Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I am a huge fan of the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. And those books played like a really big role in my personal life. I'm still following his work. I read all of the books as they come out. For the most part, I haven't read Trials of Apollo yet, but we're not talking about that right now. So I figured for my next reading video, I would do Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. Very first book. I actually have memorized most of it, but I have something here for reference just in case. Let's go. Look, I didn't ask to be a half-blood. If you're reading this because you think you might be one, my advice to you is close this book right now. Believe whatever lie your mom or dad told you about your birth and try to live a normal life. Being a half-blood is dangerous. It's scary. Most of the time it gets you killed in painful, nasty ways. If you're a normal kid, reading this because you think it's fiction, great! Read on! I envy you for being able to believe that none of this ever happened. But if you recognize yourself in these pages, if you feel a stirring inside you, stop reading immediately. You might be one of us. And once you know that, it's only a matter of time before they know it too. Don't say I didn't warn you. My name is Percy Jackson. I'm 12 years old. Until a few months ago, I was a boarding student at Yancey Academy, a private school for troubled kids in upstate New York. Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you could say that. I could start at any point in my short, miserable life to prove it, but things really started going bad last May when our 6th grade class took a field trip to Manhattan. 28 mental case kids with 2 teachers and a yellow school bus heading to the Metropolitan Museum of Art to look at ancient Greek and Roman stuff. I know, it sounds like torture. Most Yancey field trips were. But Mr. Brunner, our Latin teacher, was leading this trip, so I had my hopes. Mr. Brunner was this middle-aged guy in a motorized wheelchair. He had thinning hair and a scruffy beard and a frayed tweed jacket, which always smelled like coffee. You wouldn't think he'd be cool, but he told stories and jokes and let us play games in class. He also had this awesome collection of Roman armor and weapons, so he was pretty much the only teacher whose class didn't put me to sleep. I hoped the trip would be okay. At least, I hoped for once I wouldn't get in trouble. Boy, was I wrong. See, bad things tend to happen to me on field trips. Like at my 5th grade school, when we went to the Saratoga battlefield, I had this accident with a Revolutionary War cannon. I mean, I wasn't aiming at the school bus, but of course I got expelled anyway. Then, before that, at my 4th grade school, when we took a behind-the-scenes tour at the Marine World Shark Pool, I sort of hit the wrong lever on the catwalk and our class took an unexpected swim. And the time before that, well, you get the idea. This trip, I was determined to be good. All the way into the city, I put up with Nancy Bobofit, the freckly, red-headed kleptomaniac girl hitting my best friend Grover in the back of the head with chunks of peanut butter and ketchup sandwich. Grover was an easy target. He was scrawny, he cried when he got frustrated. He must have been held back several grades because he was the only 6th grader with acne and the start of a wispy beard on his chin. On top of that, he was crippled. He had this note excusing him from PE for the rest of his life because he had some sort of muscular leg disease. He walked funny, like every step hurt him, but don't let that fool you. You should see him run when it is enchilada day in the cafeteria. Anyway, Nancy Bobofit was throwing wads of sandwich that stuck in his curly brown hair, and she knew I couldn't do anything back to her because I was already on probation. The headmaster had threatened me with death by in-school suspension if anything bad, embarrassing, or even mildly entertaining happened on this trip. "I'm going to kill her," I mumbled. Grover tried to calm me down. "It's okay. I like peanut butter." He dodged another piece of Nancy's lunch. "That's it!" I started to get up, but Grover pulled me back down into my seat. "You're already on probation," he reminded me. "You know who'll get blamed if anything happens." Looking back on it, I wish I'd decked Nancy Bobofit right then and there. In-school suspension would have been nothing compared to the mess I was about to get myself into. I could keep going, I really could. I could sit down and read this entire book to you guys, because it's just such an amazing book, and I love it so much, and it means so much to me personally. But I'm going to choose to stop there. I tried to stop at several points before that, but I don't know. I felt like I needed to just keep going a little bit. If you've read Percy Jackson, then that's great. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you thought about the book or the series. If you haven't read Percy Jackson, I strongly recommend you give it a try. You know, you can find it probably literally anywhere. It's a really popular book series right now. But thank you guys for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this, and feel free to comment down below the types of videos you want to see here. Okay. Why yes, I am slowly learning how clothes and makeup work. Even hair to a much lesser extent.